That's right! It's me! No introduction needed! I killed the bad man! We don't need to talk about what this is. Everybody already knows I put that man Keenan down. 105 to 93. I made my guarantee and I capped it. 6-1. No longer undefeated. We got Keenan out of that win column. And I was led by a monster performance on Monday night from Jordan Addison with 27.8 points. And oh, it still hurts me to say it, but P-I-T-T, let's go Pitt, that's my guy! Loving the effort. I also got 23 points from Gibbs, and Mark Andrews threw in 20 of his own. I don't care that Bijan was sick and he didn't feel good and they didn't play him. It doesn't matter to me. I got the win. They could not play him. I still had enough points. Herbert did nothing. That's okay. Doesn't matter to me. I still get the win. Keenan's bench did nothing. His tight ends did nothing. His quarterback did nothing. Only had 16 points from Ford, the running back. That was the only good performance on his entire team. They stink. Oh, yeah, and CMC is still good. He got 21. Made me sweat it out a little bit, but I don't care. I got the win, and oh, it feels so good. Keenan, we haven't heard from you in a while. What happened? What happened? Moving on to the next matchups. Could Team Ilucci do the same and carry that energy against Graham? No, he couldn't. Homies had 100 points versus Team Ilucci with 86. Graham was led by Travis Etienne with 21 points. TJ Hawkinson had 14 points on a big Monday night game. It was a little tough for Vinny to win because he had Kirk Cousins throwing him the ball on Monday night. So any points Hawkinson got didn't help Cousins. Graham also got 13 points from his kicker, Young Bin Koo, with the game winner. Big win for Atlanta. Vinny got 21 points from Kirk Cousins, and A.J. Brown is a monster. He put on 24 points. He is probably the best receiver in the league, killing it. Moving on to the next matchup, when the Stars came out to play, Megatron J versus Team Stingo, and Megatron J, Jared, came out on top, 108 to 88. Jared led by 23 points from Jalen Hurts with, of course, another tush push. That play is legal and it should stay that way. Undefeated. Also got 20 points from Hill, even though Hill's team, the Dolphins, had a terrible day. Ask Keenan about that. Paul got 33 points from Lamar Jackson. Like I said, the Stars came out to play. He got 16 points from his tight end, Dallas Goedert, but his defense had -3 points, and Josh Jacobs had 4.6. Just a recipe for disaster for Paul. Moving on to the next matchup, Graham Sniffs versus a god, Amon Men. And Graham Sniffs came out with the win. Logan came through 92 to 81. Logan got 19 points from Darren Waller and 17 from Saquon Barkley. And he even played DK Metcalf. For those that don't know, Logan, DK Metcalf didn't play. Somehow you still got the win. Pretty embarrassing for Dom. But guess what? Dom did one worse. He played the Lions defense. And what's bad for Dom is they actually did play, and they got him -7 points. Ouch. That's gotta hurt. The only star that really did anything for him was obviously Amon-Ra St. Brown with 16 points. -7 is tough to overcome no matter who you are. Moving on to the next matchup, the only other person who got a dub out of the New York column, and that is Buckle Up Buttercup versus the leader of the family. Joey had 121 to 87 points for Siobhan in a dominating fashion, took over that win. Joey got a 30 burger from Kelsey and Swift. Kelsey and Taylor Swift. My correction. 24 points from Josh Allen and 19 points from Puka Nuka, which Joey keeps playing him and Cooper Kupp, and it's working out for him. Siobhan is having a great year, even though he was suspended from Alvin Kamara, who threw in 23 points. She also got 17 points from Mike Evans, who is having another monster year. All he does is get big points. But she just did not have enough firepower to take out Joey this week. Joey has had a monster score. His team is heating up. Watch out for them. And moving on to the final matchup, which is, of course, I'm a Worker versus Cooking and Mixing in the Smirnoff Light Challenge. And, oh God, it looks like James had one too many. He lost 71 to 100. Matt started out 0-2 in this league, and he looked like he was heading for the dumps, and he has won 5 in a row. Great job by Matt. He was led by Jonathan Taylor with 19.5 points. He's back. Watch out for Johnny Taylor. He also got Derek Carr and Stefon Diggs to throw in 17 and 15 points respectively. James was led by the Gus Bus with 20 points. And his quarterback, Deshaun Watson, had -1.8. Ouch, that hurts. Little fun fact, Matt played 2 tight ends this week and still won the game. Maybe Keenan can take notes. Well, that's it for the matchups. Moving on to a little bit of a, I don't want to say more serious talk, but more of a informative talk for some of these teams that are down in the dumps. Guys, if your team stinks, make some trades. You have assets on your team. You have to be willing to part with some of your assets. You need to take a player who gets you 20, 25 points a game and turn them into 2 players who get you 35 points a game. You got to figure it out, okay? I'm not just saying that because I'm sending trades. I know I send trades. I love the action. I just send them out. But go get you somebody. Go find a way to score some points. If you got Devontae Adams, go turn him into 2 mid-level players and try and score more points. It's about scoring points. Overall points. Just because you got a stud doesn't mean you got to hold them and love them. Get points. Some of your players stink. Get points. All right, I'm getting off my soapbox. And moving on to the free agents this week. And Siobhan added Darnell Darvin Henderson Jr. III for $7. Big pickup for her. He looks like the leading back out there in LA. Dom added the G-Men for $3 this week, and I hope they absolutely stink. Let's go, Jets. Jets. Beat them Giants this week. Let's go. And I added the tight end Dalton Kincaid from Buffalo for $3. And it feels so good because I outbid Siobhan by $1. And it felt good. Moving on to next week's matchups. And we have some good ones. First, we're going to start with Homies versus Buckle Up Buttercup. 2 6-1 teams battling for the number 1 overall spot, probably. And that is a great matchup. Next, we got Vinny taking on Rockarooster Keenan. And Vinny, do not let us down. Keep that bad man down. No more wins for Keenan. We love to see him suffer. The next matchup is going to be Dom versus Matt. And a 5-2 team versus a 1-6 team. This is one of the most lopsided matchups of the year. Good luck, Dom, but man, that's a tough hill to climb. Jared and James are taking on each other in a matchup where we really got to see if either one of them could find a way to win this game. It's two bad record teams. That's the same thing for this next matchup. Logan versus Paul. Can either one of them even manage to play fantasy football? One of them has a backup kicker on their bench. The other one has 2 open slots on their bench. I don't know that they know what we're doing here. And then moving on to the final matchup. A house torn. A house of dragons. This is not a good place to be here in North Carolina this week. Greensboro, watch out. Me versus Siobhan in the matchup that makes our year. And my God, if you think either one of us are holding back and trying to help each other out, I promise, we would like nothing more than to see the other person lose. We love playing each other because I want to whoop her. I will not sit here and put a guarantee on nothing, but I will do my damnedest to put a whooping on Siobhan. That's it for this week. Good luck to everybody, and let's have fun and make some trades. Later.